yours. Let's go.
Take you over to my hideaway. Some things that I wanna say, but it's only for you and me. Some privacy. Can I take you over to my hideaway? Some things that I wanna say, but it's only for you and me. Oh, and me some privacy. Can I take you to my hideaway? Can I take you to my hideaway? Can I take you to my hideaway? Can I take you to my hideaway?
Yeah, it's Fatal to ya, featuring BM Dubs. We hot up in here. I'm telling you, man, you gonna need the North Pole to cool us off, man. For sure.
Talofa lava everyone, malole soifua mau malangi mama, and a warm Pacific greetings to you all for your Thursday afternoon. It's Bea and Claudia Blue Table Podcast, and oh man, check the...
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, guys. Yep. There is only how many days until Christmas?
I
23.
think
25
yes,
minus 2, 23. Yes,
23.
I can't believe we had to think about that. But there's only 23 days until Christmas.
I know, and I'm just super excited. I know it's been quite busy. I've started on my Christmas shopping, and I've done most of it now. So,
oh
yeah.
Thank you for reminding that, because I have not started at all. But no, thank you for the reminder. Yeah. But I am very excited for today's show, because I actually have my friend Ray coming on the show as our guest, and not only has he created like the school, but he's created a school called Game Tan.
Yeah.
That actually teaches all these skills that our kids need to know, but he teaches them through the art of gaming.
And you know,
like,
so it's okay to play a little PS3, right. I don't know. Am I behind with saying PS3, or what is it? PS up to what? PS5 now?
There's a
PS5?
I was going to say PS4, but then that showed my age as well. But PS5. But so I'm going to read a little blurb about him.
Yeah.
So he was born and raised in Mangere, Auckland, which makes it even cooler, guys. His family is from Tonga, but he's mixed, so I'm sensing he may be a bit of a fruit salad there. But Ray is the founder of Game Tan, which is real-world education through virtual collaborative play. So Game 10 instigates excitement from a common ground that kids are already naturally drawn to, video games. And from that seed, they show how many experiential skills can be harnessed and developed through collaborative play. Now, there is a very cool video that we're going to play soon. And he actually teamed up with Ask Q and Andy Makes for a hands-on workshop on how to build your very own gaming computer. And they did this at Papatoetoe High School. Now, you know, I know it takes me a while, or used to take me a while to even like work my brain around how to use a computer, but let alone
Build one.
a computer from scratch, guys. That's pretty amazing. And we've got a kids from high school doing this. So we're going to play this short video. So enjoy. Oh my God. Like, we were watching, and we've watched this video before, but we were watching it again, and we were just like, damn, like, this is so cool. And we even have a producer, Rams, who is like the expert on like cameras, computers, everything, you name it. And he saw it, and even he leaned back in his chair and was like, damn, that's pretty sick. But man, that was so cool.
Do you know, and I was just saying, you know, imagine if they had, I mean, they're building computers. And I think so many of our parents, you know, waste the time, this and, wow, check that out.
Yep. Like, it's not a waste of time. And, you know, it just proves that if we kind of like change the way we think and we actually kind of mold certain things to work in our favor, we can achieve so many things.
And you know what, not everyone, I mean, imagine if everyone just wanted to just be a golf player, right? The whole world will be filled with golf players. I'm just using it as an
Imagine all these balls going, woo, woo, woo.
You know, we don't. Woo. Those woo. No, but I'm just saying, imagine if the world only, you know, had golf players, you know, we'll just have a lot of, But anyways, a massive shout out to Patrick from For the Boys podcast, and also to the Sis Flora, and to everyone that's tuned in, because I'm pretty excited.
I am
These kids are pretty amazing.
So excited. Like, you know, Ray has literally built a school as his business, and I think that's so cool.
I think that's wicked. And you know what, talking a little bit about business, we just wanted to quickly say a massive thank you to the businesses who continue to support the Blue TV podcast and just the platform itself. You know, we've got Malta or Samoa in Samoa, you know, gas up with the team there, the friendly team at Malta Samoa. Also, we've got Falute, the beautiful, wonderful Falute of Pacific 40, Talofa vouchers, Christmas, shop now with Talofa voucher. And, you know, there'll be every single day, Pacific 40, they will update you with the latest Christmas special and how you can send a talofa voucher to your family in Samoa. And also we've got the generator, if you've got an idea like the business that we are sharing today, head over to the generator and check it out and see if they can assist you with your business idea.
Definitely. And guys, if you have an idea and you're sitting on an idea and you're thinking, oh, that's not a good idea.
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going
Yeah.
to talk to Ray about this. I'm pretty sure there would have been at least one person that would have said to him, no, you
No, don't do
definitely
it."
don't do gaming and
Yeah.
education and mix it into one. But
Yeah.
so honestly,
He's done
give it a shot.
Yeah. And also a massive shout out to Floris Koko Samoa. The calendar is out and it is available for purchase here at Blue Wave 28D Lambie Drive. We're going to quickly show up a few photos of the calendar. And just remember that with the calendars, you are not only helping our women in Samoa, they're making a global impact, right?
Yeah.
And like Claudia mentioned before, we're one koko because her koko, my koko is one koko. But
I'm glad that you brought that up because I was like, is it too much if I bring it up again?
But check out the beautiful woman. Doesn't it remind you of Samoa? I miss Samoa, and it's so raw. The images are so raw and so real. So purchase your calendar today. It is $20 donation for the page there. The website's up on the links up on our page. However, if you do need it to get shipped, it is an extra. The shipping costs
$10.
It's $10. Sorry.
Yes. No, but guys, without further ado, we are going to go into a short break, and then when we come back, we are going to bring Ray on the show, and I'm
Is it
so
like
excited.
this?
I think it's.
How do you? Is
they
it
also-
gaming?
I think it's also like
Like-
both fingers.
Oh yes,
It is
like
right.
this.
Look at us.
Look at us. We're already like. Oh, but
Pro
then back in the
gamers.
days it was spaceys.
And then there was like the shift stick.
Yeah.
Remember? There we go. Well, we are going to go into a short break, and when we come back, we're going to bring Ray on, and we're going to talk everything that is to do with Game Time.
Yeah. Stay tuned, guys.
Talofa voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Mama Joe, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Mama Joe to do my shopping.
O le si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau i o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa sunga fua tau e le sia sa. Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo fo voucher. Ila wana fa tau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le tālo whawata ua maua le apasusi o se wa whine.
So se paro loa fai ngo fie. A me se le te wherua i malau telefoni. Tai mi uma.
Ai lo le lafo me le cash o na inu e nori tamā o le ainga.
Ia whapea tu lava le talo fo voucher mo le foi au nang fo pa tai. Ma lua lava le tamu fai.
Pa tai tālo whawata.
Teki talo fo voucher.
For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it. For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it.
Talofa lava, and welcome back to Blue Table Podcast with Bea and Claudia. And it is so hot right now in our studio.
Oh.
And there's only one reason for it. It's because of this one. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's put up with this for another 45 minutes. But guys, I am just so happy and so excited for the show today. So Malo Elele and Talofa lava, Ray, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I'm just so excited, like I've been saying for the last 10 minutes, because education and video games,
I know, right?
Who would have thought? But before we get into talking a little bit more about that, Ray, if you could please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, cool. Hey everyone, my name is Ray, and I was born and raised in Mangere. I'm Tongan, and yeah, thank you.
It's like
Short and concise, like a real gamer, guys. Now, Game Tan. Get your Game Tan on. I love that. Now, real world education through virtual collaborative play video games. What a game changer. And that's my pun for the day, guys. Thank you very much. Ray, you are the founder of Game Tan, and you've literally created your own school. And I reckon that most would say that it's even better than a regular school because you get to play video games.
Yeah.
So if you could please explain exactly what Game Tan is.
Yeah, so it's pretty much what you said, but in essence, it's basically using the kids' passion, which is these days is electronics and video games, and utilizing that passion to teach, to educate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the essence of it all.
Sorry, Ray,
Yeah.
I just got distracted there because we had someone walk into the studio and just comment how cute you were. So there you go.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
She's blushing. But let's get keep on track.
I'm just going through and I'm laughing at someone that's just sent another message through saying, so by the way, Ray, and I'm just going to just block them out because this is not about whether everyone's just sending a message through. But Ray, you've got a few fans here now. But a massive shout out to Millie that's just tuned in, and also to Vasa who's also tuned in. But look, Ray.
Oh, wait, so
Hi,
this is really interesting. So Vasa has actually said Game Tan with 2 heart emojis, and she said the van is parked across my house. Me and Service and Games had fun during our measles vaccination, having Game Tan in our observation area. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've worked with other organizations, and yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah. Also, you've got part of the drive as well, man.
That's really cool.
Community work even as well. Look, communication, decision making, self-discovery, participation, social pressure, mindset, resilience, teamwork. How do kids learn all of these amazing skills through Game Tan? Because let's be honest, I think you and I also know that our Pacifica parents, from time to time, they associate gaming with get off. Get off the game.
Yeah.
But how do you teach the kids, all of these amazing skills through your business?
Yeah, I guess I should give you an example. The easiest example I can give in terms of resilience is like, let's say, for example, we let the kids play Mario, and then, I don't know if you've played Mario before, or maybe Sonic, because I remember you saying you played Sonic before.
Yeah.
But, so you go during the level, you're running around, and then you die. And then as soon as you die, you learn from your mistake, and you're like, okay, so there's a hole there, so I better make sure I jump over the hole. And then that's how, and then what we do is You know, we let them play the game. We don't teach them anything yet. And then we run a presentation about resilience. Like in life, you're going to come across obstacles in your life and you've got to find solutions to overcome those obstacles. And then with that new mindset that they've received from our presentation, then they're able to play the game again. But this time, utilize that sort of thinking and be like, okay, so I've got to find different solutions as I play along, and I can implement that in real life. So just things like that. That's just an example.
That
Oh my gosh.
is like one of the most smartest things I've heard. It's so good.
Because you're right. Because when we are gaming, generally, you do learn from your mistakes. Like I always, to be honest, I just restart my phone.
Oh yeah.
I do, but you do learn from your mistakes, and you kind of either restart the whole game, and you kind of like in your head, you're like, just avoid that, or
It's so smart. It's like, oh my god.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I always just used to think of gaming. Oh man, get off! You know they're playing, but that probably explains why I mean, I think it's you're right. The mindset, changing the mindset a little bit, just.
And I love how you do it. I love how you play the game and then have a presentation on, what's happened and, what you can do better. I think that's really
I'm just like
it's like like a lot of times when we just play the video games, most of the time, as soon as you start playing, it's just an entertainment in our minds. But if you do take a step back and have a look at all the different things that you do while you're playing, like let's say problem solving to overcome solutions, or there's story games where you got to figure out the puzzles. If you take a step back, then you can realize, and then if you take even another further step back, then you can realize, I can use these skills in real life. Like if I fail my exam, I don't give up. I can try again because I can find a solution. I can do something better when I, get into the next exam. It's just things like that. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I love that. I love that it is just finding a solution. But look, let's face it, I already know that a few people that would be, more responsive, to learning if it was done through a more fun atmosphere, like gaming. Okay, like I'll probably be more responsive.
And me too.
Yeah, if everything was fun.
Yeah.
Because like I mentioned earlier on, can you imagine a world where there was just absolutely no fun? It would be like this and that. But do you know what I mean? So imagine if it was more fun atmosphere like gaming. Talk to us through what is a typical Game 10 workshop and what does that look like?
A typical Game 10 workshop, it all depends on what topic we're teaching. And, when the organizations hire us, it depends. Like the one you mentioned earlier about Vasa. So they hired us just to run games during the observation time after they've received their jab. But in terms of like a workshop, it'll basically be the same thing that I mentioned earlier. They'll just play the game and then we'll run a presentation which will showcase what the topic is. Like if it was communication, we'll show them like a little presentation, 5-10 minutes explaining what communication is. And then I'd be like, Bear, remember that time when you're screaming at Claudia? That's called aggressive communication. And then there'll be a little presentation on that. And where can you use this communication? You can use that type of communication when you're playing sports, when you're working in a team, or just things like that, and how you can implement it in real life. After that, we make them play the game again, and then we try to just like drill it into their minds to always think about the different ways to communicate to reach objectives as a team, if it was communication. So that's pretty much what it looks like. And then we also have food after. So we try to basically focus on all the needs of the kids, like just engagement, education, also food for physical, mental. We try to focus on all the basic needs of a child. So that's what it kind of looks like.
Definitely. And I like what Vasa said in the comments. She said it's another form of attracting kids. Yeah, it's gaming, but looking deeper into it, there are hidden messages. So I think that's really, really cool.
And thank you so much for that, Vasa, because I think, for someone like myself, a mum of 3 girls, they actually really, really enjoy gaming. Whereas when I was growing up, it was kind of when gaming was introduced, we weren't really allowed to play the PlayStation, or there was really kind of no education around, what time we can play it. And,
Yeah, same.
it
Yeah.
was kind of just like, no, get off, go outside and play on the swing, or,
Or with the hose.
off the hose, but do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Same.
think since that message was kind of like, and then that was it.
Yeah.
I just kind of just lost interest in playing. I don't know. And I think we've got a PS3 or PS. I can't remember.
Oh,
But
yeah.
my kids have never. What's
I
that
wouldn't
one
know.
with the
the Wii. Wii.
The Wii? Oh,
where
we
you
swing
can
it around
actually-
and stuff?
Yes,
Is
that's
it?
what
But
I'm
it's the
thinking.
PlayStation one.
Oh, Control? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
But
but-
see what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so I gaming has never been a thing. I since my mum and dad kind of. But now that you're kind of you're giving us more information on how it how we can introduce it into our families and make it more fun
Definitely.
and open my mind up to possibilities of.
And on that note,
solutions.
I am going to read your mission statement that I got from the website. And while
Yep.
I am reading the mission statement, our producer is going to be showing some photos of the kids in the workshop. But the mission statement reads as follows. We work with many New Zealand youth groups and have a particular focus on within the Māori and Pacifica communities. Our mission is to educate and inspire as many students as possible, helping them realize that high paid and tech careers are very much achievable. And I think this is honestly like 100% bang on, because like, yes, we do need to inspire and educate our kids, especially our kids in our Pacifica Māori communities, and give them the confidence that yes, that very high paid job and that tech career is 100% achievable for them. But
Yeah.
Ray, if you could just please elaborate as to why tech careers are so like the track the
Yeah.
career down to go down. I've lost my words. Please, Ray.
Yeah. Oh, that's all good. Yeah, so to answer your question, technology is all around us now. Technology is everywhere, and that's what kids are growing up with. And unfortunately, like right now in our current time, AI is taking over. So AI, automation, before my mom used to work at a factory, but now they've replaced all the factory workers with machines. It's just stuff like that. Even with new technology like driverless Ubers. So there are driverless Ubers coming into play, and which means a lot of the Uber drivers will lose their jobs. Also with things like Amazon using drones to deliver parcels and stuff now. So a lot of delivery drivers will lose their jobs. And those are the jobs that you could say Māori and Pacifica would usually traditionally pursue, construction, all that type of stuff. So it's kind of just future-proofing our whānau, and letting them know that tech is the way of the future. So it's just helping them understand, okay, these jobs may go away in the future, but in the future, we're going to have a massive need for people to work in programming, for people to work in robotics, to work in AI, all that sort of stuff. So and there'll be a huge demand, and so that's why technology is very important for us. And it's good that the current government understands that now, especially when countries like China said no to our dairy. All of a sudden, so how's the country gonna make money? But now they've really understood technology is the way, so they've been giving out a lot of grants to a lot of technology-based companies all around New Zealand, and that's an awesome thing. So that's it.
Ray, I'm just giggling a little bit because I'm looking through the comments and we're getting what a cutie. Eri did tune in, so hi Eri, and he said inspirational. And I'm just wondering,
Eri.
Maurice also
Eri
said
called you a cutie, was it Eri?
No, it was actually
No, it's just
someone else
being
that called him a cutie, but I think Eri would call him a cutie. Maurice said, it's the guy from Game Tad. So I mean, it seems like you are very popular, and I wonder if maybe the female students in your class are doing a little bit better than the male students. Who knows?
Do you do adult classes?
No, kidding. But if you guys that are listening, if you're not already convinced that that Game Tan is actually the new big thing. I'm just going to list some of the affiliations and sponsors, guys. So they have the Ministry of Education on board, Tip Top, Datacom, Foundation North, and Microsoft. Now, guys, those are huge names. So, Eroy, like, how does it feel to have these huge names and these huge players in the industry back you up and back Game Tan?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, you know, it wasn't all me. It was like like our team. Like, huge credit to our team. Like people like Mary Owe, who's the owner of Coconut Wireless, and many others that we worked together with. I just had a mind blank, but yeah, it was through them they were able to work with big brands and big companies like this. And there are many other companies, but yeah, we're very blessed to have these people jump on board. I guess they share the same vision as us. So yeah, that's all I can say. Big thank you to all of them. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Especially Foundation North. Yeah, huge thank you.
And we also have our good our brother from the For the Boys podcast,
Yep.
Terry, who's tuned in, and he said, "Gaming changing the world," and I could not.
You know what? And I'm gonna quickly, sorry, but before I ask my next question, because I know that For the Boys podcast, we've mentioned it before and in the past, in our past shows as well, where the boys have actually said, man, you know, sometimes just our partners just need to relax, right? Our girls, our female, our wives need to relax because gaming is their thing.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about gaming, if you are finding solutions, right, I'm going to bring this up. Terry, Pat, listen up. This is for you, For the Boys podcast. If you are finding solutions when you're playing the game, so wouldn't our adult men also be doing the same thing, applying those solutions as well?
She got you there, and
just a little jab in there for the boys, because I know that, man, our girls, our partners just need to be relaxed. 100%. Our women do need to relax a little bit when it comes to our guys, because we did the comparison with the females always enjoying their coffee time with their girls. Boys, on the other hand, don't really always have that time out. So gaming is their time out. So now that we're talking about it, girls go to have coffee with their girlfriends and they find a solution. Now, Terry and Pat, you guys can now find solution gaming. That's a big green tick for you guys.
I'm sorry, Ray, but you are getting a lot more comments on your looks. And Vasa has kindly said, guys, hit me up for the address. So if you want to know his address, you can ask Vasa for it.
No, look, you know, it's I love that we're exploring this side of it, because you're absolutely right. It is important. I know that myself and Claudia have also we had the opportunity to meet up with Livono and also Microsoft a few months ago, and they said the exact same thing. You know, we're sourcing technicians from outside where we can actually find them here in New Zealand and teach them. And you've come up with a solution, so congratulations and well done. But Ray, tell us a little bit more about how our parents can get in contact with you to sign them up for one of your workshops.
Yeah, just reach out via our Facebook page, just Game Tan. You can also add me on Facebook. I'm pretty chill. I'm not like,
Is that an open invitation there, Ray?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do that with the comments that we're getting.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
but no, he said it, guys. Add him on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm pretty chill. Like, I just, people have questions. Because, I was born and raised in Mangere, so I know how it is. And, I'm always keen to help those. I haven't cracked it big myself, but we're all out here trying our best, and so always keen to help. And so just reach out to me like through our Game Tan Facebook page. It's probably where I'm most active, or just reach out to me. Just drop like a message through Facebook. I'll be keen to answer your questions. Yeah.
Awesome.
I love that.
And Stefan is actually giving you a client testimony right here live. So Stefan says, I've worked with Game Tan before. The kids and parents love the program.
That's so,
Oh,
and that's so good
sure,
to
Steph.
hear feedback live. You know, because I'm still quite on edge on whether I'm gonna let my kids kind of, you know.
Wait,
but-
is this Stefan Steph? This is
Yes,
Steph,
it is
right?
Steph.
Oh my god,
It's Steph.
Steph! I just
Steph,
clicked.
Mo, and
I
Eri.
clicked.
I
Hi,
know.
guys.
Yeah.
You know what? I love it. I love that. A shout out to everyone that's sending through all of the feedback as well, man. It's so good to see live feedback from everyone that's attended all of the workshops. But
Wait,
Ray.
I just want to ask one more question. It's actually from Eri. Eri says, "What's smoother, your programs or your calf muscles?"
Oh,
I
sure.
would say calf muscles. If you have seen his calf muscles, his calf
Oh my
muscles
gosh.
are very smooth. But answer the
Oh,
question, Ray.
Oh, I'll definitely 100%. Our programs are way more smoother.
That's a huge claim that he's making because, like I said, his calf muscles are like.
Oh my
smooth.
gosh.
I swear, Eri and they
crack up.
just tuned in just to give you.
I know they're trolling hard, but it's good. Yeah, shout out to all the boys for and everyone else for supporting. Yeah, it's truly appreciate it. But just like what you said earlier, like you know, for us, we used gaming as a way to teach and also like a carrot to bring the kids to our workshops, so that it's rather them wanting to come than the parents having to force them.
Yeah.
So for me, like, you know, online safety is also a big thing for us. So if you are spending too much screen time, that's when you know you're playing a bit too much and you're not playing to learn, you're just playing because you're just like so immersed. So I would say you do need discipline, guys. If you're out there playing games all night long, have some discipline. Be healthy, you know, go for a workout. Maybe you could join us for a walk. We do our walks with Claudia at 8 p.m. But yeah, at Mission Bay. But yeah, that's
But
all
you
I
know what?
have
I'm
to
just
say.
gonna. This is sorry. I have skipped a question, but just quickly because you've just mentioned discipline. How then do you identify somebody who's kind of like a real hardcore gamer that doesn't really want to kind of take that learning part from the program? Do you have like or can you identify a child that's kind of like, oh, you know, I'm just here to game?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't feel I can answer that question only because like I'm not really a psychologist or anything.
Yeah.
But what I can say is, you know, just kind of keep an eye on your kids, especially if they're playing all day and haven't done much else. Maybe you can use gaming as an incentive. You know, like I'll go do your chores and stuff, and then you can play a game as long as you want, sort of thing. I don't know, but yeah, to be honest with you, I can't really answer that question to identify that stuff.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing for me as an identifier would be like when they rage. You know, sometimes they get angus in the game. Yeah. So when they get angus in the game, then you know, like, oh, okay, yeah, I think that's a bit too much. That's like a high
that's a
high
red
level.
flag.
That's a massive red flag because I remember I do that. Like, you know, my mates, my brother would get angry at games, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're like punching the air or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's a huge identifier for me. That's a huge red flag. But anything else, in terms of mental identifiers, I can't really say other than like them showing actions or whatever it is. Yeah.
Physical side.
Now, Ray, I'm just going to read another question that is from Bus and it's in comment, but I just want to say hi to Nana Millie, who's tuning in. So hi, Nana.
Hi,
and
Nana.
the reason that I'm saying these questions is because it's just indicating how easy it is to get along with Ray and to approach Ray. And I think that in itself is a testimony on how great Game Tan would be. But Vasa's question is, how do you keep your teeth so white, like it's whiter than your walls behind you?
Oh, I think it's just my camera. Eh? My webcam is like so, I don't know, pretty good. So shout out to who made this webcam. I don't know. Can't see. I think it's Logitech. Yeah, Logitech hooked me up.
The quick
this
plug-in.
nice camera. Yeah.
The chat's going off today, actually. But look, you know, Ray, I'm absolutely blown away by what you have achieved. And yet
thank you.
to achieve, you know, as a little kid, as a young Tongan Pasifika kid, did you ever think that this is where you would be right now?
Oh, no way. Like, I would have never ever seen myself this way. Growing up in Mangere was, you could say it was rough. It depends, but with gangs around, a lot of bad influences. Just growing up in what we call the ghetto here in New Zealand, so things weren't looking up for many of us here in South Auckland, or for myself. I should just speak for myself actually. So things weren't looking very high for me as a young boy, but then it got to a point in my life where I kind of realized, probably around mid-20s, I realized like how hard my parents have worked, to put food on the table, to support me, to take me to school, even though I wagged, like every week I wagged. It was just a huge reality check for me once I hit 25. And then that's when I was like, my parents have worked so hard to do everything for me, to look after me and my siblings, to put a roof over our head, even though I lived in the garage with my grandma and my little brother, because we didn't, there's not enough space in the house. So, just things like massive sacrifices like that, I realized what my parents went through. And so I thought to myself, okay, like, what can I do now to help my family be better, to help me be better? And that's when I changed my life around. I changed my thinking. I thought about, okay, like, what are my options? And then I thought, okay, maybe business is the way to go. And then I thought, okay, and then I tried, I just pushed. And the cool thing is, like, I didn't give up. And even though, like, just like when you're playing games, you want to finish a level, you keep dying, you keep dying, you just never give up. And that's the mindset that I had. Yeah. So I just kept pushing until, now I'm, I haven't cracked it or anything, like, still a long way to go, but I'm happy to say that I support my family now, my parents. My dad doesn't really have to go to work now, so I support him. Like, I pay all the bills and I do those things. Yeah. So and that was my biggest goal actually, was to help my family and pay the bills and take care of them, because they looked after me. And so I'm real happy and I'm real blessed for that. And obviously I gotta thank my Heavenly Father for all these opportunities. But I'm a huge believer of, like, having faith without works is dead. So I had a lot of faith, and then I had to work hard, like, just work hard. And then, Heavenly Father, because I'm religious, Heavenly Father gave me a lot of these opportunities, opened a lot of doors, and helped me on my way. So like, if like a dumb Tongan boy from Mangere can do it, like, can do something like this, honestly, like, anyone can do it. Honestly, anyone can do it. You just don't give up, guys.
I love that so much, Ray. And it actually reminds me of something that Lisa Nicole said. She said, when we're old, like at the age of the 80s, 90s, our job is to find our favorite rocking chair and to sit there and tell the story of our lives. But up until then, our job is to write best story that we can possibly can. And I think you're doing just that.
Honestly,
that is a huge inspiration. So congratulations.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
Amazing.
No, honestly, like, I'm truly am, blown away that, that you've found a solution, because sometimes, we're sitting there like, oh yeah, we're complaining so much. Oh, get off the game. Oh my goodness. As a mom, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not a perfect mom, but that's it. The easy solution is just to say, get off. Whereas you've come and you're like, well, actually, how about we not yell at them and say, get off? How about we find a way to, make it educational, make it fun for the kids? Because, let's be honest, a lot of our Pasifika children love that fun side and always connect really, really well. But I just want to quickly, just one last question before we wrap up. What was...
It's a good thing that Lorenzo doesn't have a show.
I know, because otherwise he'd be growling me. But just one last question. Yeah. With regards to what was the game that was the game changer for you? Like, what was that one game that you thought, oh my gosh.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Everybody said the same thing. What a game changer.
Game changer.
You're right, Cracker.
You are the game. Be the game.
The biggest game changer for me was, honestly, was Mario. And that was the very first game that I played. Yeah. I mean, it's so old school, but it's real simple, you just... Yeah. just jump over stuff. You jump on Goombas and other enemies like that. And so that's what really got me to love technology and love video games. And that's pretty much how I got into tech myself. And yeah.
So the good old school ways still win, right?
Yeah,
Just
Nintendo,
saying. But you know what? I love it. Yeah. It's been really, really good having you on the show today.
And I just want to say a huge
cheers.
thank you to Yana, because it was actually through Yana that I got to meet
Shout
Ray.
Yana.
And I know that she did all the prep work on behalf of me and convinced Ray to come on the show. So when I got to get to know him, it was already a yes. So thank you so much, Yana.
Yeah, thanks.
Shout
Shout out to
Yana.
Yana and to everyone that's tuned in. But look, we know we're gonna wrap up now. Did you have any final words, please, Ray, for all of our viewers and for those who will watch the show after?
Yeah, I'd just like to shout out to all my friends. You guys know who you are, and those that have jumped on right now. Eli, Mo, and Steph, and everyone else who jumped on that hasn't been mentioned. Also, a big shout out to the team, to all the organizations I've worked with that we mentioned earlier, especially like the Otakura boys, Chris and Tyrone. Big shout out to them, and big shout out to my family as well. And big shout out to you guys, Bea and Claudia and Blue Wave. Thank you for this opportunity. I'd be keen to work together again. It'll be awesome. Yeah, thank you so much.
And here's another fun fact. I'm filled with random fun facts today. So in the Swahilian language, there is actually no word for try. So you can't translate the word try into Swahilian. So it's either a very bold yes or a very bold no. And
Wow.
Ray, I think you're just taking that very bold yes and you're saying yes to life, and I love it.
Oh, cheers.
Yep. And I learned that from Lisa Nicole's as well, guys.
Be the big, bold yes. You can do it. But thank you, Whawhite Lava, once again, Ray. What an inspiration. And if you have just tuned in, head over to Game 10.
Oh, yes.
And don't forget to like or subscribe or share. Otherwise, all the details are up on the link.
It is www.game10.co.nz. It's very easy to remember. www.game10.co.nz.
Be the game changer. Thank you. That's us.
Thanks,
So
guys.
far,
Bye. Have a blessed day,
Thank
guys.
you.
Ray, you are so amazing.
Tau tua ma le au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale, ma le tele unisio ma tau au nanga i se ese. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te seke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow mau lau tapan. Afai foi vai pa olosa. Awala te pol ma tu te siapa lah yang foi e mau lau tapan. Molo no posila fia. Mua tape lau ta vale pe out. Mua tape lau telefoni i tai me utu ina lau tapan. Male vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo e matua i whaasaina lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga whapeni. Mata Samoa, ore mata mo Samoa. Mato te fia e au na pia mo o Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Farmer Joe. And my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Farmer Joe to do my shopping.
O le si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau i o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai la sa suma fua tau ai le sia sa. Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Ula wana fa tau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa vata ua maua le apususi o se wa fine.
So se paro loa fai ngo fie. A me se le te felwa i malo telefoni. Tai mi uma.
Ai lo le lafo me le cash o na inu e dor tamao le ainga.
Fa te tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo fa tai. Ma lo la le tampai.
Pa tai talo pa vata.
Teki talo for voucher.
For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it.